Well, today on the markets it's been quite the exciting day to say the least. As predicted, like literally what I said in yesterday's video, is 365 days since Bitcoin hit its all-time high. This would have been Bitcoin's all-time low in terms of the past 365 days. And I said on my main channel, I said, look, it's gonna reverse. Oh, and guess what it's doing? Oh, genius, it's reversing. So, I'll show you the chart now. This is the current Bitcoin chart, $3,694. I could screen capture it, but I'm not going to bother. It's bounced off the bottom. Now you might be thinking, well, that's quite interesting, is that? I've never charted below this line yet. I've kind of just been avoiding Bitcoin in general, but what's interesting is it's stopped bang on where this is my long-term support line. It's bounced off there, probably get rejected to around 3,500-ish, wherever that is. Yeah, about 3,500. Return to its support. We're not, unless if it cracks that, then we're gonna go back up to here, without a doubt. Now, what I firmly believe is that Bitcoin was manipulated down there, and I've been telling people for months, buy the dip, just fucking buy the dip. Even at this price, it's cheap. It doesn't matter. It's just gone up 10%. It went down 50% last month. It doesn't matter how expensive Bitcoin is at this price. Bitcoin is cheap at this price. Ethereum is cheap at this price. They're all cheap at this price. You're forgetting how it's not lost any value in terms of coding. It's exactly the same value in terms of coding. The whole philosophy of it is it's being adopted en masse. I don't understand why people seem to think that suddenly Bitcoin is worth 5 times less than it was worth in January. Admittedly, yes, that was overinflated, but now we're depreciated and too far, like we've suffered immense deflation, to say the least. If you can't gather from this, I'm bullish. Like, I'm not an idiot either. I know how to understand these things. I've been doing it a long time now, and I'm bullish. Now, yes, this might not be it. This might just be a little dead cat before we continue down to 2,700. But either way, between now and 3-4 months' time, we're going to see the bottom, and it's inevitable. This might not be the bottom. This might be a temporary bounce, but we will see the bottom, and I am very much comfortable buying even at 3,600. It's a bloody bargain. Look, we're going to watch it dump now. Let's just flick back onto here. We'll go back to the minute chart, and we went up, we went down. See, this is just BitMEX controlling it now. They manipulate it, they pump it, they dump it, they get the shorts filled, they get the longs filled. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we're in a bullish situation. The setup is bullish. And the next thing that I'd like to show you is the differences and similarities, well, the similarities between the Ethereum chart from, well, the entire Ethereum history chart on a log scale, which means it's measured in terms of percentage gain. So a percentage gain from $100 to $200 is 100%, whereas $1 to $2 is 100%. So it measures it in terms of that. So let me just show you this. So this is Ethereum's chart throughout pretty much history, since it's existed. And what I'd like to point out is this. This is the old peak, and that is the old trough. Now, if you look at this here, you've got this section kind of here that resembles, I shouldn't have pressed that really, that resembles this bit here. So that bit resembles that bit. Now remember, think of it in terms of a bigger scale. So this bit here resembles this bit here, and then this bit here resembles this bit here, which is, I always kind of use history to gauge a trade. Now, Ethereum's history has been short, very short, but it infuriates me. It infuriates me, people thinking that we're going down to zero, going down to $100. It's not. Just stop being so bloody. I won't say that word. That's not appropriate. Stop being so silly. Stop being such silly billies. We are not going that low. It's just not going to happen. There is some more news that I would like to point out as well. I just put my notepad on the floor. Well, when I say notepad, I wrote it on a bit of scrap paper. The next thing I'd like to point out is, substratum. Now, I don't know if you know about substratum. They are short right now. I'm so pleased that this has happened today of all days, because you could have just sent me a message, Substratum, and I would have told you that the price is going to go up. Literally what I told everyone yesterday. So Substratum are now gambling their ICO funds. They are putting ICO funds on BitMEX. They had, I assume on BitMEX, maybe on an exchange. I don't know. Who cares? They're probably going 100x short on BitMEX. Either way, the Substratum are predicting that Ethereum will bottom at around $60. So they're short at the moment on Ethereum. So basically what they did was they sold all their Ethereum for USDT. It's not a stable coin. It's been quite fluctuating recently. Not the best choice. Better off with TUSD or USDC, but that's a different matter. Even PAX or whatever it's called, that's better. Anything's better than USDT. Point being, Substratum is a big ICO. Well, not a big ICO. It is a well-known, and it used to be a well-respected coin. They have got no trading experience on that team. For some reason, they think they're suddenly expert traders and Ethereum's going to $60. What's happened is they capitulated. That's what happened. They lost faith in the markets. Now, it never, ever, ever pays to lose faith. Never, ever, ever sell your bags for less than, well, maybe do cut your losses occasionally, but in general, don't cut your losses this low. Like, doesn't make sense. Why? Just why? Either way, let's just have another quick look at what Bitcoin's doing right now. Yep. So, is it going to break it or not? Let's just do a little bit of a quick chart. We can see that's quite the intense chart, but we are on the 1 minute. We're probably over. Yeah, we're way oversold. But the thing is, yes, it's nothing. It's nothing. We're gonna come to. This is what's gonna happen. I'll show you exactly what's gonna happen, and you can hold me to it in a couple of days when I make another one of these. Probably go something like this, like that there, and then maybe something like that there. This too much too soon. And if this does continue, and this level comes to around here, then this is going to be our new trading range here. And you can't really see because of my box light, but this is going to be the next trading range. If this level fails, the new trading range is going to be here until someone dumps their bag, and then we end up back down here, and then inevitably, see what I've been expecting to happen, if I'm honest, is I did expect it to happen today. I said 365-day reversal, but what I expected to happen was for it to be a massive dump and then Bitcoin's price reverse. What actually happened was no dump. Bitcoin had already done its dumping. The bears have gone. You've got to remember, the bears, the people that had shorts were at an all-time high. Now, what happens when anything reaches an all-time high? It reverses. Sorry for spoiling it for you. It reverses. So when something goes to an all-time high, you do the opposite, because people manipulate markets in order to make the most amount of money. Now, it's in BitMEX's best interest to liquidate more shorts than it is to liquidate the longs at this point, because there are more shorts in play. So of course you're going to liquidate the shorts by making the price go up. It's plain obvious. Anyway, another point that I'd like to make is, whoever said that stocks were more safe to put your money in than cryptocurrencies? Because I think they might be wrong. See, if you'd have put all your money in USDT at the start of this year, you'd have the same amount pretty much. We'd have 1% more actually. That's 1% interest. Now, if you would have put all your money in ASOS, let me just show you what would have happened. I'll just quickly load up the ASOS stock. Oh, 37% has been lost in 1 day. Oh, wasn't that such a safe investment? Let me just spoil it for you. It wasn't a safe investment. It was a shocking investment. So I know actually some people who do actually have ASOS stocks, and they've lost 40% of their money. Now, you might say, well, you lost 50% of money on your Bitcoin last month. I did, but I also have the same amount of Bitcoin as I did last month, whereas, and Bitcoin is, gotta remember, it's just a trading pair at the end of the day. A stock is not a trading pair. Whereas what the point that I'm trying to make here is all markets fluctuate. We are at the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the world bear market that is going to happen. The world will be in a bear. The world is in a bear market. Now I was reading a piece by an ex-mayor or something from America. I can't remember his name. Ron Paul. It's Ron Paul, ex-congressman Ron Paul, saying that the next economic depression in America will be worse than 1929. Which is interesting because that means that there are currently more people in America that own stocks and shares and everything than ever before. We've been in a bull market since 2008. Since we came out of the recession, we've been in a bull market. The bull market is now at an end. We're at the tip of the iceberg. Now, who knows if the bull market was actually just a dead cat out of a recession? It probably wasn't. It was probably actually a bit of a bull market. Problem being, Donald Trump, God bless his soul, has released a bunch of new laws recently, taking away the old laws that were put in place to control and financially regulate the stocks and shares sector. So now you can basically reclassify mortgages again. So currently, the reason why the housing market crashed was because they were putting like C and B category mortgages in with A plus, and they were mixing so they called CDCs. They were putting really crappy mortgages in really expensive mortgage bonds. So when the people weren't paying the mortgages, the mortgage bonds were being then manipulated because they were in category A mortgages, so the price of the mortgage bond stayed up, whereas there was actually a huge deficit in the mortgage bond. And then suddenly one day someone discovered something and then the market fell apart because basically it was loads of fraud and no one ever got convicted for it, but everyone knew it was happening. That's what happens when you put... And basically what's happened again is they've reduced regulation that allows that to happen. So now what you've got is you've got risky mortgages going into expensive mortgage stocks, and then fraud will take place as per usual. That is fraud because you're declaring a good mortgage, a bad mortgage is a good mortgage, and you're mixing them in so they kind of get hidden away, a bit like what a drug dealer does when they launder money. Now these people that work on Wall Street are no better than drug dealers. They are essentially just cash dealers. Either way, I've lost my train of thought now. I really do hope that you have enjoyed this video a lot. I put very little effort into filming it, as you can tell. But I do appreciate you stopping by and having a watch. I am still running for NULS Ambassador role, so if you've not voted for me in that, vote for me. Every NULS is one vote. Make sure you vote for me. You can vote on the online wallet. Apart from that, have an excellent day. I really do appreciate you coming here. Yeah. Deuce.